So I'm an exercise physiologist and kinesiologist, and I created the VOILA Method about 2014. I started teaching it in 2015. It's been interesting because we've been able to help people with physical issues,
Sheldon, this is my wife Lynn,
emotional issues, and spiritual issues. And with Caroline, we were able to help her dog pull and kind of show you how it's done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run through my VOILA assessment, but I'm just not going to say it out loud, but I'll tell you what my results are and what I find. So I have both SI joints off, and I have her SBJ off, which is a small joint or bone, two sets of bones, the sphenoid and the occiput inside your head. And it opens and it closes. This is what's supposed to happen. But on most people, it's not happening properly, and this is why they have issues. So what's really interesting with her, you have what we would call a yin-yang. You have something at the top and something at the bottom of the spine, right? So that'd be a yin-yang. And what's affecting both your SI joints is your head. So your SI joints are having to lock up for some reason, and we can find out why, because your head's not feeling safe. Okay. So we have to make these corrections to these bones in her head, and no wonder you're having trouble. Wow. Okay. So Kevin, she has a horizontal shear and a vertical shear at the same time. This is what I call it BFD.
A big fucking deal.
So what we have to do with Caroline is take her sphenoid, which is right here behind the eyes. It's a little divot. We have to push that forward and then move her occiput to the right. So Caroline, I'm going to talk you through this, okay? So what's really interesting with this one is the left side is going to go forward on inhale. The right side is going to go forward on exhale. So it's going to, what I call this like an itsy bitsy spider. We're going to walk it forward.
In the shape of her eyes.
When something is off, you won't know your right from your left. What do you notice, Caroline?
My neck released.
The neck released. Yeah, I felt my hips release.
Oh my God, wow, yeah, I've never been able to sit upright. Oh my God, I never thought I would ever be able to do this because it's been months and months of stretching and foam rolling and not my hips at all. Oh my God, that's so amazing. I'm just blown away.
So Kevin and I, we hear these stories all the time. Oh, there's nothing you can do, or you have to, foam roll and all this. And this is why I'm not into foam rolling at all, because it doesn't help the issue. Especially in your case, it wouldn't have helped at all. So this is how we're able to help people so quickly and so fast, by going to the origin of the cause to find out why the body's not doing what we want it to do, and then find out the reason why. So Caroline, since this is as Kevin knows, and as I said, it's a BFD. Did you ever hit your head or a car accident? Or?
Yeah, I had a bad car accident when I was 18. I just remember the fire chief called the next day to see how I was doing, and he's like, "You left lipstick on your chest."
Oh, wow.
And he's like, wow. We were really surprised that you were okay.
That makes sense to why this sphenoid had to go forward, because it got pushed backward.
Yeah. By the way, Joel and Carolyn, I don't know if you noticed, but Carolyn's left eye was significantly smaller in terms of opening. It's not that way anymore.
Yeah, they look much more even. Wow. Yeah, that's such an amazing change. Oh, so amazing. I love it.
Because the sphenoid houses the eyes. That's where your eye sockets are in this butterfly type bone. And I don't have it sitting here with me. So, and that's one of the things that Kevin and I look at is is one eye bigger than the other, or also is one in front of the other, is one higher than the other. Those are all kind of things that we can look at, and you can change pretty quickly, as you just found out, Caroline.
Yeah, I was so aggravated trying to do makeup, and like one eye would be fine, and I could never get. I'm like, what's going on with my eyes? And it's true. The left eye was just too. It was much smaller. It didn't make sense. But I was always trying to fix it with like eyeliner and.
Yeah. So the reason I'm not showing you the assessment that I do, because that's proprietary information that I teach in my classes. It's very quick. I don't know, I probably assessed Caroline in 10 seconds, and within 15, we were already starting to work. That's how quickly this stuff works. Interesting, though, what we have found out is no one believes it. No one believes you can make a correction to somebody that fast, because doctors or PTs or whatever are like, oh, it took a long time to get this injury, it's going to take you a long time to correct it, and it's total bullshit. It's because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know where to look.
We're not stuck with those beliefs that you're in one way and you're just going to keep on going down that line.
No.
There's just so much capacity for change and recovery.
And that's why, as a practitioner, we have to be a blank slate. We can't bring our belief into what we think is going on. We have to allow, and this is the hard part for some of the practitioners, is to trust that I created something that works. But also trust the process. Like I have to trust the VOILA method myself.
There you go. And the thing is that we have an ego that wants to be in control and wants to say, we learned this, we did this, and like in other formats that I've had to say, oh shit, I'm not going to be able to be Mr. Fancy Pants here. It's just whatever's in front of me. And, parking your ego at the door.
Yeah, your ego can't be involved. Otherwise, we would be playing with Caroline's SI joints and trying to jam them into where they wanted to go. So I went back and reassessed Caroline as we're talking, and so I can assess as I'm talking, and her SI joints now are balanced.
Yeah.
That's so amazing.
Pretty cool, huh? That was a perfect demonstration there, and you did a really good job of listening and following the directions of the correction.
Yeah, that's a pretty complicated set of movements to do.
That really was. That really was.
But I love that. It's my SI joints. I can't bend. I can't do this. No, it's your cranials.
Yeah. In this case, it happened to be her cranials. Yeah.
Yeah.